Welcome. I'll be just a moment with you. Enjoy a look around. Okay. Welcome to my curios shop. Do you need any assistance looking around? You look like a newcomer, not a regular. Oh, you do? It's not common we get people who take the offer. It's quite rare we do, actually. Most just shrug me off or politely decline. Well, I'm happy to help. First, let's start with what you hope to achieve. What did you step into the store for? To find something interesting? To just check out what's inside? Just to see what's inside is always a fun way to explore the world. Curiosity is powerful, after all, and I suppose new magic items can intrigue most people in this world. I see that it does you, or you wouldn't have stepped in here. Well, if you'll kindly allow, I'd like to show you around the shop. All of our extra special trinkets need a guide to find since they're so precious. Or some people with hypersensitive magic aura sensing skills, that's a mouthful, can find them too. But those people are rare. Anyway, let's start at the door and around there. We may be called a curios store, but we still sell most things other magic shops do, just more. This is the charms and sigils area. We have many, as you can see. Charms and sigils are separated all in two shallow boxes that you can pick from. If you look up, you can see a little hanging guide I made to very basically and quickly say what each charm and sigil does for the ones new to magic. Up on the very top shelf is some books explaining more about charms and sigils, the differences between them, and which to use for what rituals and situations and such. Like a spell book, but simpler and much more easy to read. I'd know. I read it myself when learning magic. That book helped me quite a bit to learn as much as I do about charms and sigils. If you haven't read it and you don't know much about them, I really recommend that book. Worth every silver, I promise. Beside the charms and sigils, we've got some pre-charged and fully dead crystals. Pre-charged being a little more expensive than the fully dead crystals. Every night, we take them outside, surround the ones that need it with moon water, and allow them to charge in the moon. Then, when I open the shop, we go out and retrieve them, dry them, and put them on sale once again. Every single night. For that reason, we get the most amount of charged sales in the morning. People want charged crystals because of either forgetting to charge overnight or simply wanting new crystals and using them immediately. But buying fully dead crystals is way more common since they are a little cheaper and people like to charge them themselves to make sure that it's properly done or whatever other reason. But that one's the main one. Like the charms and sigils, we have above the crystals a basic guide that tells you the general idea of each crystal that I made myself, and on top of that, a crystal book that dives deeper into each crystal and even crystals that we don't have in here. Turning around, here's some curios I personally like. Anything that gets sold from here makes me a little sad to know that it's not mine anymore. For instance, this is a fragile marble that can store mana. Usually, mana pots are used to regenerate mana quickly because they can store much more, but I enjoy the little marble. The glass of mana pots are extremely strong compared to the marble itself, and mana pots on average store 3.5 times the mana in the same amount of mass. But I just like the marble because it looks pretty, and it was what we used before the discovery of mana pots. And it works by touching it instead of drinking something like a mana pot. It's got a little special place in my heart, but I have another, so I'm going to sell this one off. If anyone wants it, that is. It's mine until then. This one is a little bit less useful in daily life, but it's a paintbrush set that never runs out of its specific color. Unsurprisingly, it is commonly used for quick graffiti tags and destruction of property, but I've binded it with a spell of lawfulness that makes it so whoever holds the brush will abide by laws while doing so. Even with gloves. Ah, and here's one that's interesting. It's a stronger magic aura item that I was talking about before. It's a little hard plastic feeling skull that does something very specific, but very useful to some. If you put your finger in the mouth and press the button on the head, it will gently bite down on your finger. It won't hurt you. It'll very gently bite down. And no, that doesn't sound magical, but if you take a look at your hand, you'll notice it's see-through. It makes your whole body invisible, not just your hand. That's one of my favorite ones. It's not much, but I enjoy it. Ooh, I should show you the scrolls we have. We have a nice selection of... Hey guys, Scratch here. This video was supposed to be so much longer. This video was supposed to be like 12 minutes long, but for one, I got caught up in something else, meaning I wasn't able to do as much with the script as I wanted to, hence the fade out. And for two, turns out that rambling audios need to be much, much longer than other scripts because it's just constant talking. Who would have known? I'm a little stupid. Okay. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe. I love interacting with comments, and you made this far, so why not subscribe? Join the Patreon and the Discord, and yeah. Bye-bye.